And go.
And
That's what I was doing. I was lifting you up. I was lifting you up so I could turn it back.
okay, welcome you guys to my martial arts academy. These are the hashi guards that we show from the VKHES, and then this is the Polaris kimono from the VKHES. They have the different colors for the hashi guards, for the blue, for the purple, for the blanca, for the mahon, all the different. This is for the fascia preta. Very nice. Okay, thank you. Come by on our store, globalmixedmartialartsacademy.com. If I did the knee slide pass, I would step between, I would weave, I would grab the case of Gatami, I'd step off to the side, slide out. See, I'm in the case of Gatami right here. Right, this is your side pin, side headlock position. Okay, then we turn into that and smash that arm across his body before we get side cross side. Second one. Okay, when I step, I use the back leg as I come across, but it's just like Kesa. See right here, and I slide through, and then cross face, and then come to my cross side. Okay, next one. Good. So next one is the back step pass, right? So the hand is going to weave in across this way as I step in between the legs and grab his leg and back step pass. You see, make sure this foot is pinned, right? Stay here, tight with the elbow, okay? Let go of the leg, boom, pull the foot out, step back. Now watch the double scoop. Watch me back up. Now see my butt? My butt's pushing his arm up against his body. See that? And then I slide back. Then get my cross side. His arm's over there. Okay? Let's look at it again. Okay? And then the last one of that four is you're not going to land in, you're going to kind of land on in a squatted position behind his shoulder there or there. If I put this hand here, this hand goes over his shoulder. 1, 2, and I land here. Okay? And I usually come in and squash the guy from there when I did that cartwheel pass. Or if I go to the other side. And main thing is I want to get my legs high enough so if I do try to cartwheel, he can't reach up and grab me with his feet. You know what I mean? So one hand goes on the hip, the other hand goes on the shoulder. This leg follows and I jump over that way and I extend this arm so I can get over. And then when I get there, I just go in and squish the guy. Boom! For that cross side. Okay? So those are the next two. All right, go ahead. Yell if you need help. Spread out so you don't have space, so you're not crashing into each other. The leg is on the shoulder. Yeah. Push with the leg is on the foot is on the hip. So switch your feet.
Oh, so if I'm going this way in the back.
Yep, that makes sense, right?
And then, no. I cartwheel.
That's the way you cartwheel.
Cartwheel.
Exactly. Good.
So that's for that hand on the hip.
Yep, that's the way you normally cartwheel. See?
Yeah, okay.
That's the natural way to cartwheel.
So this one.
Yep. And extend the hand on the hip. Yeah, just go high.
I don't want to kick you though.
Get some more stitches.
Just land on both feet.
We have both feet.
Land on both feet at a time.
That one,
Yeah, right there. Boom. So you almost got the back.
Take it
But
back.
usually what happens is guy kind of
They'll
turns and I
be
end up having to
triangle.
squish. I need to squish inside.
The back step's the easy one.
Yes. It's also, so these guards can also be used to pass other guards. You can do the back steps for De La Riva guard. You can do it for X guard. You can do like butterfly guard. You can do it like that, you know. Spider guard, you get it loose first.
I just need to go.
You like, yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
the drill. It goes 1, 2. It goes 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Little breakdancing move. Make it look like kind of.
I don't like that side. I'm better on the other side.
Yeah. One side's always better than the other.
Makes sense when I see it.
Now you're gonna back step. Nope, you're not going to. Nope, don't grab it. Put it in the mat. Yep. Back steps. Use my knee. Use my knee right now. Lift it.
Your elbow on the mat. Your elbow on the mat.
Hand on the mat, lay over here.
Elbow. Put your elbow on the floor.
Yes.
Control his hip with your hand. That's where you want to be. So like right here, this is important. This is important right here when you back step. Come back out. I'll show you. So I'll go to the opposite side than the one that you went to. So this elbow here, I need to get it to the mat.
Not as a primary, almost.
So if I back step this way, see? Controlling here, this is tight here. If I'm back over here, he can roll me and get on top of me. Yeah, that's so if I'm here, he tries to roll the hand, and he just opens the door up.
It wouldn't work and it might set you up for
watch this right here. I swoosh him here. And I'm straight. I'm beginning to set up the straight jack. Okay? Yep.
I'm gonna do the
Okay, so he's on his back. He's sitting, still sitting guard. Okay. So now we're going to do our Toriano passes. Okay. When I do our Toriano passes, I step forward with one leg and then I step up. I step forward with one leg and I step up. See, I want to be like this. This is very important that I get like this and get to his back. Okay. Once I've stepped over to the side, I move his legs that way, come into knee on belly, and then control his shoulder and step up. So I'm in this position. Okay. So again. So I'm just pushing pretty good when I push him back, you know what I mean? Okay, so he shouldn't be able to sit like that, in other words. So I can do it like this too. See that? And in position. Okay, that way works as well. Okay? So that's the first one. The second one is like a fake. It's like a fake one way, go the other way, right? So I push him up, fake one way, go the other way. Now the footwork's a little different when you fake one way, go the other way. It's like you step up, you go heel, toe. So your heels come together. When you go this way, and then when you switch. I want to do it again because it's easier for me to get over there. Yeah, so then I go. Okay? So then you have the two. You have one, this is more direct than fake. Okay, so you have one, which is direct. And you have one, which is like fake. Okay? All right. The reason why I've been encouraging you guys to work the cross side or Keisagatami is because from those positions you can set up a straight jacket. If you can set up the straight jacket, you can really squish your opponents and set up an obvious attack for submissions, but it's very difficult for the guy to defend. Okay, makes sense. All right. So if I passed and I started in side control, I would have one hand under his shoulder, and the other hand would be controlling the elbow, and this knee here that I'm on would slide underneath his shoulder. This leg here will be at 90 degrees like this, under his shoulder, right? I'm over his chest, controlling. My elbow is not really resting on the mat. I'm actually pulling him to me. This hand is controlling at the elbow. My elbow is pinching his wrist down on my body as I pull it across, and this leg is at 90 degrees as well. Okay, so from here is where I set up my straight jacket. All right, so I'm gonna extend this foot a little bit and pull this arm across my chest. As I pull this arm across my chest, I'm then gonna push this arm to his chest. But at the same time, I'm gonna slide this arm to his elbow and pull it across his body. So it's gonna be like this. You see his hands? Straight jacket. So if I'm smashing him, controlling from here, smashing him from here, he really can't pull his arms out. Right? It's hard for him to move, and I have the opportunity to come up, to submit arm bars on either side. Okay? So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good setup. Okay? So under the arm, we're gonna go to the shoulder, controlling the elbow. See how this comes out even with the shoulder. I'm gonna bend this leg 90 degrees, pull this back. Well, notice that this arm is also, I just noticed that this arm here is also 90 degrees. Okay, and that one right there is as well. So perfect angles give you a good solid base. All right, so if he tries to move around, I can hold on and I can just move around with him and not lose my position. Okay, so extend, slide this up. Now watch this hand. This hand slides down. As I come across, I'm gonna come under the arm here and then pull this arm down. See that? Then I can begin to move into my straight jacket position, and I can control and attack from here. See, one side or the other side. Okay? Okay, so that's the first straight jacket setup. All right, go ahead. So for instance, if his arms are like, if I got one arm across his chest over here, right? And it's already across his chest and he can't get it out, right? And then I gotta pull this arm. So I'm gonna step around and pull this arm in and move around his body. You see, so that I have position. See, so I wound his arms up and then I just drop my weight on his chest. He can't get his arms out. Okay? And then I'm gonna attack from there. I'm either going to go to the left side or to the right side. So here's how the arm bar works, okay? I'm going to put one shin in his armpit, okay? So if I'm here, I'm going to come up, shin into the armpit here, and put around the head, see? I'm controlling the head. So he can't roll away from me. I don't want him to roll that way to escape. See that? If he rolls that way and escapes, maybe he gets, you know, a hitchhiker escape, right? And you can hitchhiker escape with the knee in, okay? I'm going to go back. So wrap your arms back up. So, oh, they're gonna get that rough. Yeah. So now, if I'm over here and I want this arm, I just switch my hands. You see, and then I come around, put the knee in the armpit, slide the leg in, right? Then as I turn, I just start going into the position, right?
Kind of holding on to that shoulder.
Yeah, I don't want him to come up on me. You know, so if I stay like this, he won't come up on me. If I just jump back like that, you see how he come up on me?
Yeah.
So if I hold on to him and I stay seated, he can't roll up on me. You see? And now if he tries to hitchhiker, I'm already in a good position. So if he tries to roll away from his arm, I can turn his arm that way. I break his arm as he rolls out. Okay? So you have the arm bars in either direction. You guys need to see him again? You think you got him? Very simple. They're the same to either side, right? Just make sure, if I'm like this hand is here, I'm attacking this arm. This hand is here, I'm attacking this arm. See?
Well, that last time you were holding that far shoulder of stability.
Well, I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. It's the same if I go to either side.
Okay.
Right? So now I'm over here, I want this side, I have to spin around.
Yeah.
If I'm over here, I can just jump up and maybe take it.
Okay.
I'm over here like this. See, once my hands are like this, I have more leverage. So you see, I have way more leverage and I can control more. So you can control him, keep him from turning away, keep him from escaping. You see, and that can just jump into the arm bar. So you have options. Okay? Play with it. Hold it. Catch it at the wrist with the crevice of your elbow. See, so your arms, if your arms are already like this, you're in a great position. So if you're going this way, you're just going to go that way.
Oh, yeah.
So that when I lay back, it doesn't get away from me. Because a lot of guys, they'll do this and they'll lose the arm bar. You see, they try to do it from here. But if I do it here, see, his arm's broken if my back is flat on the floor. I mean, if I want to keep him from, if I want to do it, I go an extra mile and keep him from twisting his wrist completely. You know, go ahead and twist your wrist, Eli. I can grab his wrist and pull it back. But I don't have that problem. Usually what happens is I hit it and I go this direction, and it doesn't matter. He can twist his wrist all he wants. I've got the arm ball. Okay? And if he tries to turn it that other way, he's just going to hyperextend it. He's going to hyperextend it and break that arm. You want to be, you want to have the arms crossed when you do it, and you want to be around both arms. See? Okay, I'm chest to chest, and I'm on both arms. So if I choose to go to this arm bar or this arm bar, see, I have the option. And I keep this tight. I don't hold it like this because it's too far away, and he can turn his wrist and stuff. A lot of guys will say, no, just hold it tight. Well, that's fine too if you're going to hold it like that. You know, that'll work. But I just like to do this because I just turn and grab, and it's quick, you know? He can turn his wrist all he wants now. If he tries to roll away from that arm bar, he's going to break his arm. That's all. That's all. You know, instructors, all different instructors have differences of opinion. You know, and I don't really care if it's done one way or another, as long as it's effective. You know, so if you're able to hold it like a classical way, because this is considered classical, but you keep it tight like that, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you'll break the arm. That's the way that I learned it originally back in 1996. You know? But over the years, it's just changed, you know? Like that, you know?
What are the benefits and advantages of each of those?
By controlling at the wrist, at the crick of the elbow, you have the leverage of using your whole body. And if you can't physically visualize keeping the arm tight to your body, you know, you're gonna let the arm slip away from you. Most beginners, they'll lay back in an arm bar, right? And they'll do this. Well, you've already lost all your leverage, you see? By holding it the classical way. There's nothing wrong with the classical way, but you have to still keep it tight. You see, so if I go back to classical way, you see? That's how it should be done, right? So by eliminating the classical way, it takes out that room for error. It takes out the white belt error, basically. You know what I mean? By keeping it tight like this, and you just hold it tight and you got it, see? You can't twist his wrist now that it's tight, you see? But that's why I always say grab it like that too. Because when you grab it like that, it's easier to rip it away as well, and then turn in the direction that you want to turn to finish that arm bar. See? And I have a good position. So it's done for, it's refining the technique to make it easier for a beginner, so he doesn't lose all this space when he lays back, you know. That make sense? But you can still mess up with this. You can still mess up with this, because I've seen a lot of beginners do this. Hold it, and then let the arm slide down the chest. Well, that's the same thing as letting the hand stick up like that. And when you hold it, you got to keep the hand tight too. You see? And it doesn't slide. It pinches and stretches his arm out. Okay? All right. So from the straight jacket, you also have the Kimura. Okay? So this hand is under, it's going to go over. It was under, it's going to go over. See that? It's going to grab the wrist or the forearm. And then that hand is going to come out from underneath of my body. See that? That right hand? And I'm going to grab the wrist like this. See that? Then I'm going to come up, knee under the back. And this knee, watch, this is what this knee does. It's going to rake across his face. Then when I come up, I'm not going to come straight up. I'm going to come back this way before I turn it over and move it to his back.
So he doesn't grab his pants?
Yeah, plus if he gets a good grip on it, you know, go ahead and hold on to it now. And I just try to go this way, it's not going to work. Even if he grabs his pants, he grabs the inside of his pants, because that's a quick fix. I can't go straight up. But if I hit it and I go out, I can always come back. If I'm here, right, and I hit it and I do it right, and I get down on it, I push it, and I go out, and then I can come back. Sometimes that'll save me. But I also really got to like squish his head again. So this is like official night of the tea bags. Because you got tea bags in almost every position. You know? Okay? So, again, the arms are like this, and I had them crossed up. Boom, boom. Okay? So then I went like this. Over. Like that. See, my hand goes, scoops like that. My fingers are up, waving. Hey, look at me. See, I roll him to the side when I did that. Then I go like this. Okay. Worst case scenario is that when I do this, he rolls up and tries to back roll into it. See, that's perfect for me. See, boom. If he rolls up into it and he gets his hand underneath him, like this, then I need to change to something else. that. If I'm gonna do my arm bar, now's a good time to do it. Over here. Right? Or if I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do my rolling arm bars, come inside, hand behind the hand, leg under the head, knee behind the back, roll him. He's gonna roll. There it is. There it is. There it is. Boom. Come back.
You didn't commit the roll. I didn't.
Well, if you commit to the roll,
Yeah, if you commit to the roll, it works.
Yeah. Okay. You guys kind of see where the Kimura happens now?
Right.
Guys need to see it again? I think you got it. Okay, I'll show them Kyle one more time. So. Okay? Good. I use my shin because my shin goes here and it pushes his face down.
Gotcha.
Right? So when I come and it's here, let's go back to flat. Go back to flat. Okay. So I'm here, right? I'm in this position where I'm kind of squishing him. I move, I catch, I grab, and then I come up under his back. See that? This knee comes under his back. This knee comes right over the corner of his face and pushes his head down. See how that turns him onto his side?
Yep.
And then I'm laying on this arm. So he can barely even grab this arm with the other hand, right? And it's hard for him to defend this now. So then I pull it back this way, yep, and then I push it back behind his back.
Hell, it's hurting. It hurts you there.
Okay? So his face is turned down. Well, another reason why his face is turned down is so he can't bite you. And that could also be a knee to the face. Here. Okay? Knee to the eye orbit. Knee to the cranium. Knee to the melon.
Matter whether you grab the wrist first or scoop first.
I like to scoop first.
So if I get here, I scoop.
Go over, scoop. Yep. Grab the wrist. Then come up, smash his face and turn on to the side.
You kind of move too much.
The knee comes across this way and turns his head this way. And then when you roll him up onto the side, his head should be down this way.
So I should actually be doing the.
Yeah, so he should be like this. And now by doing that, he's lost all his arm strength. Moving his head like that. Okay?
Doesn't matter which arm you want this.
Yeah, well, if I'm taking this arm, I'm probably going to turn you this way. If I'm taking this arm, I'm probably going to turn you this way. Because I need to roll you to your stomach. Kind of. I need to roll your face down so you can. So now I can rip it out. Okay. Some other guys will go as far as putting is coming to the side and putting the leg around the arm and catching it like this to do it. To rip it out. That's even better because he can't even defend it. You know? But it's hard to do. Right? It's a lot easier for me just to catch him like this. See? Knees under his back, turn him onto his side, pop it back. You can't use that arm anyway, and then go across. There you go. So partner up, 5-minute matches, grappling. Watch out for the toe holds and the foot locks and the heely hooks. Okay? You're wearing the gi, no heely hooks. There I go.
Ready?
Damn, I look good.
What's up?
Sensei, I called the promoter. I was like, yeah, I'm 250, I'm 0-0. He got somebody for me.
Yeah, no, I told you he had somebody for you already.
He did?
Yeah. Remember I already called? I told
Do
you
you have
that.
any idea who it is?
No.
It doesn't matter.
No, it don't matter. He's 0-0. He's around 250.
I'm ready.
0-1. I said 0-1, 1-0, 0-0, around.
I'm about to be 1-0. He's about to be 0-1. Straight up, bro.
That's cool, man. You got it.
Yeah, this dude is shit, bro.
Is it like a local promoter?
They said it was original.
Okay.
The guy's area. It's a bad area.
Nice.
He might be really good. I don't know. I'm ready to fight anyway.
Oh yeah, man.
But it was trying to train real hard to train like 2-3 times a day. You know what I mean? I'm really gonna turn it up now. Tomorrow I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu flight. They come here in the morning.
Oh, okay.
for an hour, and then we'll come back at night like 2 hours.
Train MMA? Or can you fight MMA?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just sit there and keep training. Probably go to show. Shit, cool after this.
Oh, is it?
So easy.
Yeah, we're eating after kickboxing, man.
Yeah, that will be real quick.
Yeah, me and Seth, we haven't had a thing to eat all day, man.
I can't be spending waste.
Yeah.
Look at this shit, bro. I got burned like this.
You all right?
Yep.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, man, better keep it from getting infected now. You got a grand. You have fun driving in town? Fun driving bike in town? Is it raining for you? I love this, dude.
We have a little soft test.
Nice. Check it out. I need to put together a highlight video here, man.
That's how I learned, my friend.
I know, I think about what I should eat now. Yeah, I've been in this song for a while, man. Maybe I should start watching once.
Try to roll out of
Yeah.
I like that. That probably goes to last later. So it gets
Don't make any excuses. Shut up and train. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Swaggerjack Productions.